As part of our training week, we worked as a team to plan a session for a class of Year 4 children at Woodrow First School. The session was led by me, David Allen of Midland Actors Theatre, and it was based on a project which I had undertaken previously with a class in another school in conjunction with the Black Country Living Museum. The class was commissioned by the museum to design a herb garden for the rear of Emile Doux's Chemist. The shop is a replica of an actual shop with fittings and stock from the 1920s. This is the garden which the children designed as it looks today. In our session in Woodrow School, we used the same idea. We asked the children to come up with ideas for a herb garden at the back of Doux's Chemist, and as a first step, to find out as much as they could about Mr. Doux and his shop. The team created a replica of the shop and garden in the classroom for the children to explore.
Yeah, if you come out a minute then.
Bye guys. Wait, are we not?
Oh, it's open. Yeah, it's open.
Today we are open.
Write it on the front.
What's the next?
Oh, wow.
What is that?
Do you think you can sell in the bird shop?
Alcohol?
Be poison. You never know.
They're about to get
Those
drunk.
You are touching.
If you could just put your pencils down for a minute. I know you've got lots of notes to make, and just because I'd like to explain the next thing we might do. So we found out lots of things already about the shop, but there might be things that we still don't quite know what it is or why it's there. I've asked these people here to stand in as people to represent people who knew Emile Doux in the past. And I'm going to ask them, they're going to go into this corridor and they're going to take a position in the corridor as if they're a photograph of people from the old days. So when they're in position, we can go through and we can see some photos of people who knew Emile Doux.
Would they talk to them? Like, actually, they're talking.
At the moment, we'll just have a look at them as if they're photos. In planning the session, we used Dorothy Heathcote's 33 conventions for dramatic action. The next convention we used was number 3 in Dorothy's list. The role present as in effigy can be talked about, walked around, and even sculptured afresh, if so framed. In our case, we explained the effigies as photographs of people who knew Emile Doux. We then used convention number 2, the role actually present except framed as a film. That is, people have permission to stare but not intrude. Film can be stopped and restarted or rerun. The children could bring the photographs to life by pushing an imaginary button and watch what happened. In each film, the role made certain actions and spoke a few words about Mr. Doux. The children could not ask questions or interact with the role, but they could watch the same short film several times as they made notes.